Well, here I am making a very simple salmon dish with the base being mayonnaise. So, welcome to Living with Grandpa John. Okay, we got the butter all. Welcome to Living with Grandpa John. Today we're going to do a really simple salmon dish. A couple people asked me about it because they're like, "You going to put mayonnaise on salmon?" And I go, "Yes." You'd be surprised how good it is. So I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit because make sure I don't chop off my head this time. And there we go. So we got a couple salmon here. We're going to do two different ones. So start by putting some cooking spray on a cookie sheet, baking sheet. Set this aside for right now. And we're going to prepare our salmon. Yeah, I put a damp rag underneath so the cutting board doesn't slide around. These are a couple of salmon fillets that looks like they didn't get filleted very well. I'm not really quite sure if I did this or... Yes, I was the one that filleted them. And yeah, I did a really bad job. I don't remember why. For my sriracha sauce, I gotta get some sriracha sauce. Okay. Welcome to Living with Grandpa John. Today we're going to do a really simple salmon dish. It's going to be salmon and mayonnaise with, of course, different spices in it. One's going to be the basic one, and the other one's going to be one with sweet chili sauce mixed in with the mayonnaise. Gives it a whole different flavor. Okay, we're going to start with our salmon. We're going to pat our salmon dry. Because it works so much better when you're this, believe it or not, when you're all dry, you have the spices actually stick a little better. Okay, these are the trimmings off of this one, so we're going to put that on there like so. Okay, we're going to start with some pepper. Of course, we're going to do both sides, of course. Actually, I think I'll do the bottom side with all the spices first, and then we'll go back and do the top side. You know, they got a pretty heavy coating of pepper because everybody that I know really likes pepper. Get rid of that. Get another one. All right, then we're going to do some garlic powder. They say if you do the higher up, it spreads out a little better, and that's kind of true. All right. Got some onion powder. Onion powder on there. And here we have some Lowry's. It's actually Johnny's seasoning salt. That's why I'm not putting any salt, because this is a salt-based spice. So, and it's a basic one that we use for a lot of things. But if you look at the ingredients, there's salt, sugar, paprika, garlic, and that's it. So all right, so now turn this over and do the same thing again. And we've already got the we're going to do the garlic on this side. And over here. Onion powder. Getting kind of low here. Enough for maybe one more recipe and that's it. Gotta buy that. And then so now, the fun part. We're going to take some butter and we're going to put it in a little bowl. We're going to mush it, make it a little softer before we spread it. Okay, so we're going to take our butter. Put it in here. We're going to mush it, like I said, because we want to make it really spreadable. And I'm going to do about half a stick, because we're going to coat both of these with this. And people also complain that I don't wear gloves. Well, this food is for me and my family, and I know my hands are clean. So, and you go back of years and years and years and years ago, your parents wouldn't have been wearing gloves. Your grandparents wouldn't have been wearing gloves. They would have just washed their hands. So I'm a strong proponent of that myself. This isn't sticking very well because it's not really as soft as I would like it. So that's Put it back in here. We're gonna put in a big slob of more. Then I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. Just so I can get it softened up the way I like it. It's still a little bit stiff. Okay, we got the butter all softened up. So now we're going to spread it across a really thin layer. I gotta get something to spread it with. And you want a really, really thin layer on this of the butter, because you're going to also be covering it with a thin layer of mayonnaise. And you're all said and done. And one of them is going to be covered with the mayonnaise by itself, and the other one's going to be covered with the mayonnaise and sweet chili sauce mixed together. So I covered mine completely, every little bit. Well, not a little bit, but I put a really full layer on. I put in every spot that I can think of or see. Now, there's a lot of people out there that don't like mayonnaise, and that's fine, but before you say this is no good, I'd say get a piece of fish, preferably salmon. It works, in my opinion, works best for salmon. And just give it a try. I mean, you can just use a small piece, and you just put a little bit of butter on it, a little bit of mayonnaise, and a lemon wedge, and bake it and see how it goes. You can also do it on the barbecue too, but as I said last time, and this time, it's wet and cold outside right now. You know, it did stop raining today, but I'm just going to do it inside. I can wait till the weather's a little bit better to start doing more of my barbecue stuff. I got just enough butter to finish the job. And of course, like I said, then I'm going to do the mayonnaise. And I already have a greased pan or cookie sheet, baking sheet. I put a vegetable oil on it, and so we're going to go from there. Now, give me a spoon. And get some mayonnaise. again, this is a really thin layer of mayonnaise too. And what actually happens is the mayonnaise actually helps hold the moisture in, and so it gets time for all those spices to sit there and marinate in the the juices of the fish. Alrighty. Alright, that should be enough. And a little bit more mayonnaise. And mayonnaise is one of those things where you really don't want to leave them out in the open for too long. I'm going to put some more in there. Might as well use it up. Okay, that's good. I should have actually probably done this inside the tray, because now I got to move it from here over to inside that tray before I put it in the baking sheet. But I like to make things more difficult for myself, and it just wouldn't be fun without it. Yeah, nice thin coat. And then I'm going to put some more Johnny's seasoning salt on it. Okay. here. Let's take this. Spatula. Move it from here onto the cookie sheet. Yeah, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Alrighty. Now we're going to preheat our oven. We're going to do 12 minutes. Now, and due to the fact that I like my onions to stay put, and I'll find some toothpicks. And we're going to keep our lemons where we put them. Now it may not look that great, but okay, and that's what she looks like, all ready to go. So I will get back to you and when the oven's preheated, which I should have done at the beginning of this operation, and I'll clean up the kitchen and we can go from there. Well, 12 minutes is up. Let's take a look. Oh, that looks really good. I gotta check to make sure it's done. Since I don't know where my thermometer is at, I'll do it the old-fashioned way and check with a fork. Basically, you just find a spot, peel it open, and yep, it's done. That's so good. Surprising that something this simple, spices, mayonnaise, and butter, comes out this way, but to be honest, I've only tried it with salmon. But if you guys do a recipe similar to this, that you use a different fish, let me know. All right, well, thank you, and we'll see you next time.